Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores 2+. So last week, we finished up most of our hunts on Manya Jungle, so we're going to move on to Mount Ravan now. So this island, broken by waterways and mountains, is the most difficult by far. The frozen peaks of Mount Ravan overlook a thick tropical forest that may quickly become a deadly maze where hidden danger abounds. Be careful of the active lava flow to the south as well. So it sounds like quite an interesting map with quite a few different areas of interest to it. So I believe what I wanted to do was, I mean, to be honest, I think the best weapons as like just a general loadout are the shotgun rifle combo. And what do I want to go after? Maybe Parasaur. See, the Ankylosaur, again, with that underbelly, if you can reliably get the shots, they're pretty good to go after, but actually, no, maybe I'll even... Let's look what we could, like, go for higher end, because, I mean, there are the Spinosauruses I've had some trouble with that might not be bad to do. Maybe maybe we'll try something like this. It's a bit different for a loadout, the Spinosaurus, the Allosaurus, and Stegosaurus. Yeah, I guess we'll toss on Para if we can. Just trying to think of what haven't we done a lot of hunting of in the series so far, but we've really covered most of the top roster, and again, these guys, it's just because the points ramp up so drastically, we can't really get them quite yet. We'll turn on double ammo, and yeah, keep the tranquilizers on, because the points are, again, the big grind we're after. And everything looks pretty good, so I think we're ready to hop in and check out Mount Ravan and see what it has in store for us. So let's do just that. Okay, so we're all loaded in here, and this is an interesting place to be starting in. Okay, so we're at the bottom of a valley of... Oh. You know, for being called Mount Ravan, it seems more like it would have been, like, better to call it, like, Ravan Island, or Isle of Ravan, something like that, because this looks much more island than mountain. So I'm guessing Mount Ravan is actually the spot to the east. But, oh yeah, this is... I'm trying to remember who the commenter was, but they made mention that, like, Mount Ravan, I think, was almost like a precursor to Triassic maps in a way. Because it was, like, super jagged, bumpy, and rough for how the layout is. And you can see a lot of sharp angles in that instead of the gradual slopes we're more used to in some of the other maps. So it's definitely going to be a bit more interesting when it comes to trying to hunt on the map. So we want to try going out eastwards, I think. And yeah, this is a bit of a very different map compared to anything else I've seen so far in the mod. Truthfully, it's pretty unique for, like, across the mods in general. It is an island map, but it's also a divided one by the waterways and that. So I'm guessing the little orange dot way at the south is the lava flow they mentioned before. Yeah, there's going to be a lot to see on Mount Ravan. Again, I still feel like Ravan Island would have been a better name or something for it. Oh, well, hello there. Gotten ourselves... Okay, the wind's actually in our favor for this, so hopefully we can get close to see what this is. And then again, I gotta remember, for whatever reason, I guess it's just because it's a bit of a older and cheaper wireless keyboard, I can only have, like, one input with the A key, so if I'm moving like this, I can't take binoculars out, but if I'm just moving straight forward, I can. If I'm going like this, I can. A little bit of a... Oh! Oh! Actually, who should I focus on first? I think I'll ignore the Stego, because the Spino would probably be a bit more of a threat. There we go. Took a few rifle shots before I got any hits, but I think they helped to soften up for the shotgun there. How am I doing rifle-wise? Oh, you just have a very loud snore to you. I thought I heard something else from that one really heavy exhale. But no, that's him asleep. I'm pretty sure the Stego is... Stego is not the brightest dino, it seems. Oh, but I do love getting... I just thought I'd go for it, see how my luck is doing today. Luck seems to be doing pretty good with that shot landing like that. Then there's a whole new host of ambient sounds to get used to as well. But that covers a couple of animals so far. And I admit, the Spino was probably the most... is certainly the most dangerous in the roster right now. I mean, there's still a chance... I don't know if Ceratosaurus can actually spawn on its own now. I'm trying to remember how that goes. Was it the last 3 animals could only appear if you had them picked? Or was it just the last 2? I think it varies a bit, but I feel like there was something like that at play. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go back to the shotgun, because we are going into some of the jungle here that, as the mod description, or the map description did say, this can be kind of like a maze to be going through. And yeah, this is a lot rougher terrain than anywhere else in the game so far. It does add extra difficulty because the dinosaurs, as they're going over some of the stuff, will bob up and down, so those mortal zones won't be as consistent to keep track of. It also might mean their pathfinding might be a little bit more janky too. Because I don't know if it's gotta be like a certain angle threshold to the ground that the dinosaurs have to like follow for like movement and finding their way. But I gotta admit, this, like, the map drastically changes depending on where you are. You have the big sandy beaches, and then you can get right into... Sure, I mean, it might not be that big, but because you don't see beyond the... Oh! Okay, well, the wind gave us away for the Chasmosaur, but is that one on our list? No. No, that's not one on the roster. I mean, we could still try going for it for a few points, but I don't think it would reward... Oh, Lord, I'm stuck in... Okay, let me try to get out of this weird spot I landed in. There we go. Could try going for it, but I don't think it's worth the points, like, just trying the ammo on one of them. But yeah, as long as you don't, like, see to the other biomes or other areas, this does feel like it is a large jungle of sorts. It's one of the things that the view distance can be pretty powerful with, like, in older games or that, is it can really control your scope of how large the world seems. Like, looking from this map, it is a fairly large map, but it has such diversity, like the very sandy beaches, the lava flow, the big mountain. Because it kind of is... like, the render distance and that is not that big, it almost looks like the world has a feel of being larger than it really is at times. Like, from this map, the mountain looks tiny, but when you look back this way, it looks like it could go even beyond what we see right there. So that's a little bit what I'm talking about for how the view distances work to kind of elevate the map a bit more. Okay, you know what? I guess might as well keep going to the east since the wind is basically really punishing us if we were to try anywhere else now. Let me try a few calls for some other things out here. Honestly, that is the Parasaur sound effect just as random ambience now. So hunting these guys might be very difficult trying to figure out, is that an actual reply, or is that just the map making its own sounds? Yeah, okay, so for everything that did go on, nothing really replied back. Oh, well, there's our Allosaurus. Okay, I thought I'd try another long shot just in case. Okay, no more long shots because they're not working. But he should be easy enough to follow along and see where he gets off to. I really gotta remember to manage my ammo much better. Don't really get a lot to work with in the older games. Not like Dinosaur Hunt where you'd get... I guess it was a fair more for like your base ammo amount. I know once you got the double ammo, you had a lot you could work with, and the mortal zones well, things got a lot easier trying to land some of those hits. Because they were a bit more consistent to what they were. You knew it was the lungs or heart area to always try looking for on the dinos. Whereas the old games, they kind of played a little loose and all about with where the mortal zones were. It's one of the reasons why I actually had to find a, I guess like an add-on mod for Carnivores 2 Plus that actually gave me the mortal zone charts for this species. I kind of feel like without it, the game, it would have been very hard, it would have been much more difficult just trying to get up, like, progress-wise. Oh, even got Brachiosaur out. I want to be careful, because, like, the owl did run up around this way. But this is bad terrain for me to be in to try to get him. I wonder if I can even try to draw him out towards me from there. Oh, sounds like he actually kept going over the hill there. Alright, I still gotta be careful of the water, just because there is a chance that it might, like, freeze up and crash on me in the water. It's a rather rare occurrence that happens, but I think it's been through a number of mods. It might be because I used the, oh, well, he's not actually as far as I thought he'd be. Oh, but this is not exactly good, There we go. That isn't the best terrain to go after him with how bumpy and rough this area was. I think I just clipped him with one of those pellets to the mortal zone, which was enough to put him down. That's honestly why the shotgun and the double barrel are so potent in the old games, is because they really apply... Oh, it's just you moving, okay. You just need a single one of those pellets to hit the mortal zone, and it counts as, like, a kill shot. It's kind of something... see, it's one of those weird ones that I try to think of, like, how would it come forward in Dinosaur Hunt? The shotgun might be a weird one to work with. It almost feels like maybe that'd be a better sidearm. Well, no, you could probably hunt regularly with it, too. I don't know, because you want it to have, like, a good stopping power, but... that might be a little trickier to try to figure out how it would work best for, like, in Dino Hunt. Or Dinosaur Hunt. Okay, so missed those two shots on you. But I think you're pretty much cornered up in this area. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit of hills in that, so... I'll try to get at least one of these two stegos before we end the episode. So that should be... Okay, well, one of you is up over there. It looks like you're kind of stuck in... Yeah, apparently Stegosaurus is... somewhere along the genetic lines, Mountain Goat got in there, and it's just hanging around good. I mean, if you want to stay stuck up there, I'll see what I can do about getting you put down. So yeah, I mean, he's basically just circling and circling. Sometimes it kind of feels like you're just doing a bit of, like, a mercy killing in a way. Because, I mean, you got this poor guy who looks like he's not going to ever get back down with the way he's going around like this. There. See? We mercifully tranquilized him with a shotgun so he can be moved to a better location. He's no longer stranded atop the mountain. Now, that makes me wonder where this other guy got off to. Because they can't swim, they probably would have followed the coast. They either probably went up to get cornered in the top, or they hit the water and then just kept traveling southwards and they're out of the area. Let me get to the top and we'll see. Yes, provides a pretty nice point of view. Oh yeah, like the map, it really does seem so extensive with just like all of the different terrain features and how it's laid out. Let's see about trying to call this one. Is it still around this area, or did it really beeline it out of here? Okay, sounds like it... it's actually an interesting direction. I wouldn't have taken it to have gotten over this way, but... Again, I guess maybe once it hit the water, it followed down and then kind of calmed down a bit more. We'll see. If I can actually get in close range with a shotgun and a stego, even if I don't hit the mortal zone, I can still put in a lot of shots that should be able to take it down from the health tanks that they can be. I think that's a stego, but the problem is that's too steep for myself right now. I think I'll have to go up there and then over there. I still do want to be a bit careful because that could be something else as well. But it does seem like... See, I don't know how hearing works per se, because like... Okay, let's get up here and then actually get a chance to see what's going on. It's like I thought with all the footsteps I was making. Yeah, let's see. So he's just up there. Ooh, the wind is very harsh to that. Almost to his direction, but I think... Oh, no. Stop turning. Stop turning, wind. You just... Oh, yeah, no. Because of the way that turned, it was just enough to probably give us away. Although he didn't run very far. I guess stegos aren't... I know they aren't generally regarded as an intelligent animal. I think they were the one with... Oh! Just heard it too late. Well, we'll exit. I don't think I'd have the time to be able to go out another hunt, and... I did not expect the Spino out of nowhere. That wind, I think, was what gave us away to it, because with how harsh it can blow... That can really give a lot of animals and dinosaurs on the maps your exact whereabouts, and they just... I've kind of called them meat-seeking missiles in Carnivores Dinosaur Hunt, but it still holds true in the old games that once they pick you up, and if they are aggressive, they beeline like missiles for you, and you don't really... Unless you're looking for them, you don't really get a lot of warning, like sounds or cues to know... Oh, crap, something's coming after me. You have to see it. And then that's really most of your way of knowing there's something there. You might get some very dumb luck in, you'll just sidestep at the right moment, they'll leap past you. But most of the time, it happens like that, where all of a sudden you hear the attack sound and you're down. It was a pretty good hunt up until that point. But yeah, Mount Ravan, I think, is going to have a lot in store. And it is going to be a bit of a harsh point grind. I think I'll have to... I may even actually have to go back and do some Ceratosaurus blasting, just because, like, I'm only going to get 18 per one of them. And I'm going to need, like, quite a bit to get some of these, since I've only hit 1,000 last episode for the points. So yeah, we've got quite a bit in store for Carnivores 2 Plus still. Mount Ravan, very interesting map to be on, a lot to see, so we're going to definitely enjoy our stay there. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Carnivores 2 Plus. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if I have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, though, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.